is AM Cafe, and thank God this is the last episode of the program in year 2022. And I must start this program on our appreciation level. I must appreciate all our guests. Let me use you as a contact point to all other guests that we have invited during the year that have answered our call here this year. We say a very big thank you to everybody. And to those that couldn't make it, we say thank you as well, because there are reasons that they couldn't make it to the studio. And if we are here talking and there are no people sitting down at home watching us, then what we do here must have been in vain. We must appreciate our viewers as well for being with us all through the year. So many people called and appreciated some of our efforts. Some called to correct, and it's all to make things better for us. I say a very big thank you to everybody. And as a person that lives in this department here, I must say this. And I must appreciate my people as well. Some slept over, some will come and will stay here for 6, 7, 8, 9 hours doing the job. I cannot do it alone, and I must say a very big thank you to everybody for doing what they are expected to do. And to the government too, because we cannot do it alone. Government are being a supporter. On behalf of the Director General, I say a very big thank you for doing all that they've been able to do for us. We are going into New Year, and like Oliver Twist, we ask for more.
Yes.
So it's on that note that I welcome my guest into the studio this morning. Like I said, you are a regular face here. On behalf of my colleagues, I say welcome this morning again.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, viewers at home.
My name is Olasunkanmi Oyebayo. What we're going to look at this morning is just a bit and pieces of what happened in year 2022. We cannot look at everything. 1, 2, 3, then we go home. And what I try to look at is economy. I look at education. We will look at security. We'll look at politics, local and international. And on the international scene, I want to look at what is happening in Russia and Ukraine. Because what happens to my brother, my sister, I must have that feeling of humanity in me. Yeah? By February, it will be a solid year that Wahala started. So let's start here from the old front. Oshun, there was an election here.
Yes.
Yes. And it changed every narrative. So, how did it come? If we are going to start at home here.
Well, election was let me say, the 2022 general, state government election was a shift from 2018 election.
Okay.
The two leading candidates remained the same, and it was like our people want some things, our people choose, though they are still in court challenging it, but the bottom line is the people made their choice.
Decided to change.
They made their choice, and the rightness or the wrongness of that choice will come into play in the next 4 years.
Okay.
And whatever it takes, there was a shift from what we used to know about our electioneering process.
Okay.
Though the so-called shift is still subject of litigation today also. But we understand that beavers, that is by Buddha, where you register, you top printed before you go get a balloting paper, was a good introduction
from ANEC
to our political and electoral process. So, by and large, we have a situation in Osun whereby people freely voted as they wish.
Okay. That is one take there. And let's look at what happened May, June this year from the political circle as well. But this at the national level.
Okay.
The primaries, political parties primary.
Yeah.
That's another big issue to discuss.
From the PDP and the APC.
APC.
You understand, in the PDP, the biggest name eventually emerged. The biggest of them all in the PDP
Yes.
primary emerged as the president.
The biggest.
Yes, he is the biggest. He has been on the train, on the quest to become the president of Nigeria since 1991.
Okay.
He contested primary of SDP with only Temple Abiola.
Yes.
Atiku Abubakar has been irregular.
A regular name. A regular
political space
on the ballot paper.
Yes. So he emerged through a process that is supposed to, it's considered to be free and fair contest.
Okay.
Because we saw the display. However, there are issues around it, like monetization of that primary,
Okay.
which happened in the All Progressive Congress.
Congress as well.
And you know, without fear of favor, you can actually say Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the biggest in the APC too.
Okay.
As leader of that party, as someone that's contributed to the progressive fold over the years. You know, the turning point was actually when they said they will look at Ogun State. Because at that time, a lot of things has been said that is not going to emerge. And they said, okay, I've done everything that I need to do. But I tell you, let us go to the pool. If I lose, I go home. But let nobody want to impose anything. Let us just go and cast the ballot.
No problem where what is going to happen there.
He is master of that game.
He's a master
of that game. So eventually he emerged. The two primary heavily monetized.
Heavily monetized.
Heavily monetized. We had how dollar
exchange hands
was flying around.
Now let's look at the monetization you just mentioned and the faith. What becomes of our politics? Has money come to stay, or are we going to have politics in the void of naira and dollar notes?
The truth is, we have limited power to actually alter what
happens
money
at the
bags.
Okay.
Money bags do to our body policy. We have limited power to do it. In the year past, people. I mean, the politicians beg people to collect things for them. Now our people request from them. People, it's like originally you want to buy something from somebody. Now people want to send their goods to you. So it's a terrain that is becoming muddy in a way that even on the election day, you see people that say, I have my gas card. Just give me
bring money.
I'll vote for anybody. I know you guys will not do well.
And that's where I'm going. What's going to become of us?
It's a terrible arrangement.
Terrible arrangement?
Yes, it's a terrible arrangement. Because at the end of the day, we are not seeking the development again. We are seeking
what can go into my purse?
Opportunism. And it's unfortunate for the country because at this level of our democracy, we're supposed to take more of development rather than what I get as politician, as citizen, and as individuals. So for now, the politics is too muddy, and it's unfortunate that we are throwing that line. It's not going to bring good tidings for the country. It's not going to.
Okay. Yeah, you added the Miloka saga there because I have it in my lineup as well. Now, at a point during the year, there was this move. Papers were going around, the members of parliament signed, we must impeach this man. We must impeach this man. I mean, to impeach the president. And they went on holiday, hoping that when they come back, they will continue with that move. But fortunately and unfortunately, that was where the story died. What happened in between?
The story will always die because the way our National Assembly is today, any president, not even Buhari alone, can blackmail the National Assembly to silence.
Any president can.
They can blackmail the National Assembly.
Why and how?
Because the foundation of the leadership of the current National Assembly was tied to the apron strength of the presidency. And the independent of the legislation is
He knew how they emerged.
all of them. And they have the record and the dossier of almost all of them, the criminal records, the economic crime record and stuff. And some of them are into you know.
Are you saying most of people that are coming to Equity Nigeria are not coming there with clean hands?
There are very, you see, we cannot use the same blanket to placate
everybody.
But the bottom line is there are
Majority.
too many people into crime in our country at every level, and they are joining our politics every day. They see it as a sanctuary where they can hide their what they are doing. So it's not a very good place to actually do activism. Political activism will not going to work in the National Assembly.
So the tries is going to fail.
Yes, even in our politics.
So this is why it fails.
Yes. So it failed at that level. Also, there is this larger than life posture of Mr. President from the corners. You know, the people will see why you are saying Buhari is doing this, Buhari is not correct on this. They see it as if you are saying Northerners are like this. So it's a
so ethnicity rule our politics.
Yes, it's a regional conceptuality that President Buhari is enjoying on a daily basis. So it's sad. Despite the fact that we may not always want our president to be impeached, but our president should be on his stool. That is the fundamentality of democracy, is the separation of power. Somebody must to check what others are doing. The legislature will check the executive and the judiciary.
The balances.
Judiciary, like I used to say, the strength of which as each arm of government is enshrined in our Constitution, Section 5 of the executive, the power of the executive, Section 6, the power of the legislature, Section 7, the power of the judiciary, and as enshrined in the court of our land, and it was expressly stated in those sections. So, by and large, President, like cats with their life, the President Buhari survived
with life.
That he has been surviving a lot of stuff. You know, that's why the pains, the pangs, the economic woes that our people feel on a daily basis in the last 7.5 years. So people are still hailing our president.
Okay. Now let's look at the education now sector.
Okay.
That's one sector I dropped my head when I was preparing for this program. February 14th. A day we say Valentine's Day. That was the gift we received from our almighty ASU. And the parents, their children, bear the brunt. And we are still bearing it.
Yes.
Because many of them couldn't come around for Christmas holiday. Many of them after Christmas they disappeared into their hostels' rooms getting ready for examinations. So many people that ought to have been released to go for the NYC are just trying to get their papers together.
You see?
And ASU, as a group, they are human beings as well. They've been out of job, no work, no pay. How do they keep their families?
You see?
Looking at everything together.
Why we report ASU as being almighty? ASU has never almighty. We have almighty government that refuses on a daily basis to respect their own agreements, to honor their own.
The almighty government refusing ASU.
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, why you don't respect your own law? What ASU was fighting for was a 2009 agreement.
Yes.
So that will tell you that this has nothing to do with party politics. It has everything to do with our successive government. In 2009, a government signed an agreement, which was a PDP government, right? And now we have a
That was Jonathan.
Yes, we have an APC government now doing their thing. So if the fortune of ASU refuses to change under two different party administration, then you know it's not about ASU, it's about
Not the government.
the leadership. You know, February, I registered for avatar course 16 January.
16 January.
So, and December, today is December
2030.
December 30.
Yes.
Today is December 30, and I'm here to even do the exam. So that will tell you the trajectory of our education. And the exam, the avatar exam is starting in January 3rd. So that will tell you that this is not the best way to go. And the president were able to have push ASU with what they call it,
industrial court judgment.
It was not even a judgment. It was to honor section 80 subsection E.
Okay, go back. Now we discuss.
Yes.
That was the tone of the judgment.
It was not.
It was not a judgment.
Section 8 subsection E of the Trade Dispute Act says that once a case is before the industrial court, the parties can no longer picket, you can no longer go on strike, you can no longer do street rally. You just have to go back to the status quo for the court to adjudicate or substantive matter
before them.
So that was an ambush that ASU never expect. They never even say that the government will go to that length and ambush them. By and large, they return to the classroom, all thanks to that clause of the Trade Dispute Act and the negotiation with the Speaker of the House of
Honorable Bajabia Mila.
But to show that the government of Nigeria is in bad faith, they are running government of bad faith. They refuse to honor their own side of that bargain. By pay, you cannot put ASU the situation whereby you prorate what you pay for them. ASU is not just a union that is based on what they teach in classroom. You understand?
Yeah.
There are other areas that they do on a daily basis.
Aside from classroom work.
Aside from teaching.
Aside from teaching, yeah.
So these are cases that, as we say, we deserve our pay, even if we were not in class. We are doing some other thing. And also, when you look at it, you cannot say because they don't teach us from January and from February
to October.
We are not paying because they will have to do all those work.
Yeah,
whether they compact it, whether they want to
I think I was discussing with a friend, and it was at a point when a set was to graduate out of school. And I said, these boys and girls that are on graduation list now, they did not just come here on the list just by their own efforts.
Yes.
Committees must have sat, looked into their work. I remember being in school, you must submit your thesis to somebody to look through.
That's the issue.
Your dissertation paper, the master's level and all the rest, somebody must look through. And that is when he or she or the faculty will push it to the faculty board. From the faculty board, the Senate board will see it and all the rest. This is far away from what they teach with chalk and talking.
So, I'll tell you what the federal government is doing is not right, it's not correct with ASU. And I know whether we like it or not, we have to pay for it. Some of us will even appreciate lecturers going to classroom and teaching because they have family too. They have things they need to do.
Okay.
But the federal government is doing as if they will be there forever. Some people will come and they will uplift the life of because academics, education is
it's a center point.
Is the bedrock of
everything, anything.
But the way this government are doing is like they don't want to even talk about development. They are good doing their politics. So, but I know Nigeria will have to decide.
Okay. Now Honorable Bajade Amina came in, called in leadership of ASU, negotiated, took them before the president, and there were some agreements.
Yeah.
Now, this agreement that made ASU to go back to the classroom, I read in the dailies that the president was saying that, oh, this man deceived us. Would there be any opportunity like that for any Nigerian tomorrow to come and say, let me negotiate? Will ASU listen to anybody again?
There will always be. When there is controversy, there will be negotiation. When there is crisis, there will be negotiation. It's the best thing to do.
It is the best thing.
Whether we respect
negotiation or not,
we must negotiate. Even if we fight to the end, we still negotiate.
If we fight to the end, now the government that signed that agreement in 2009 did not left that ASU Rock with the chairs and table there. Definitely, the person that inherited the place must continue with certain things, if not all. And among certain things is education. I want to say.
I think that is the right thing to do in a Senate way.
Okay.
That is we inherit the asset and
liability.
But they are saying we are not saying we are not inheriting this liability. We are just saying we don't have resources to do it.
You don't have resources after how many years?
You know, and they want us to see it their way too.
And I want to ask again, this their request is not in the 2023 budget, is it?
I'm not sure. I've not been able to look at that budget.
What are we expecting again?
You see, we always expect the worst. We hope that they will do the right thing. They will do the best for the country. You know, but until our people galvanize themselves, you know, sometimes you don't even know your enemy from your friend in this arrangement.
We don't know our enemies from our friends.
Most of the time, people attack us. We want our children to go back to classroom. We want to do this. We want you to consider us. You know, sometimes some people will say government is the problem. Like myself, I will always say the buck stop on the table of Mr. President.
For sure.
But it is what it is. Nigerians always divide along the two lines. Even if God is here, some people will follow the devil here. You know, and Abacha was there. A lot of people follow it. A lot of people. No matter how terrible you are, you see you have your
supporters,
fan base in Nigeria. So that is what we are and how we are. So we need to prepare for most of us going forward.
Okay.
Because how can you even want us to react to this? They honor the court, they honor the and yet you keep on dishonoring them. They deserve their
time is against us already. We have only 5 minutes to go. Let's look at two things together: the economy and the security.
You see, the current economy, let me say this expressly.
Say it.
Emefiele is trying to change, is already changed the face of our naira. But I tell you, they need to change the face of poverty in the country, not the face of our currency. You can use any currency. You can use any.
I think it's going to lead us there.
It's not leading us. As a matter of fact, the Emefiele has overstayed its importance as the head of.
Are you saying this again?
Yes, I'll say it all over.
Now Emefiele said that January 31st, and people are now asking for June 30, and I think it's a way to check those people that are stockpile another note in the corners of their rooms and their storage.
Forget that one. Emefiele is your seriousness of economic woes, and the seriousness of that naira changing will reflect on. Go into any ATM in anywhere today, you still find old currency stock in that machine.
But they said January 9.
they talk about January 9. If you want to change anything in January 9, by now you should be fixing. You should not return that to the economy. You should be returning it to your fault. So
let's wait till January 9.
So that's one. Security is becoming terrible these days. You cannot even travel the way you feel. But I know nature have a way of resolving all this issue.
Now, to our viewers out there, I just want to use this opportunity to promote that it's our habit that we come up during the week or on the 31st tomorrow to bring glimpses. That's when we're going to have details of all events that happen in the year. So don't mind us. We have a limited time on this program this morning, and we must appreciate everybody for giving us the opportunity. So on behalf of the management, I say a very big thank you.
Thank you very much.
Merry
Christmas and have a blessed
Thank you. To our viewers out there, we say bye-bye. We're going to meet again on Monday, and that's when we'll start a new year on this program. Until then, stay blessed.